back. So we left off at going to the bank, getting the money out, him bringing me back. Well, we were coming down the road and noticed while we were pulling into my driveway that Sean took my chairs and put them on his side of the lawn in front of in his walkway. Sitting in one of them with a shit-eating grin, smug to himself, with a Bud Light tall boy in his hand. You what my know where Kenny was? Sitting in his living room watching TV. But yep, Kenny, my old man, is the drunken, racist piece of shit. So anyways, I asked Kyle to stay until I got to my porch, which was, hindsight, was a bad idea. But I'm a real believer that everything happens for a reason. So anyways, I got to my porch. Actually, I was coming to the porch. Sean said something. I ignored him like, you told me to. Got up and on my porch. That's when he decided to yell at Kyle while he was backing out. First, neither one of us heard what he said. Kyle said, "Excuse me." That's when Sean looked at him and said, "You know your dad's a drunk piece of shit that calls a 14-year-old boy the N-word." And that's when Kyle pulled his car back into the driveway after saying, "Excuse me." And he repeated himself there. He did. So, to not get sucker punched, because Kyle looked at him and said, "Yeah, so what's that make you?" That's when Sean started going towards the car. That's when Kyle got out of the car because he didn't want to get sucker punched or he didn't want his dog to get hurt. So, while Sean was trying to hit my son with his fist, my son kept knocking his fist away and telling him, "Enough. Let it go." Well, of course, Sean being drunk and drug-induced wouldn't. So, he got a hit in, punched Kyle in the stomach. Kyle knocked his hand away, told him enough, looked at me and his father and says, or he looked at him and said, "Is that all you got?" And then he turned and looked at us and says, "He hits like a little girl." Well, that's when he hit him in the jaw. So Kyle got sick of saying enough, because he said it quite a few times, and Sean had and still don't have common sense. So my son knocked his hand away, blocked it, and Superman punched him, knocked him to the ground, busted his nose. Well, and then it was on. 3 hours. Joe. 3 hours of me first watching Sean trying to beat the crap out of Kyle. Failed miserably. Then Ori decided to come down and join in, because, they can't fight their own battles on their own. They have to have company. People. So, Kyle had a friend in the car. Fred ain't having that either. So they went to turns, beating the crap out of both of them. And while they were doing that, Jill, you know what I was doing? I was screaming my head off to tell them to stop it. Screaming, Jill, so hard, so loud, that I was getting hoarse. When I was on the phone with the dispatcher, when he brought the Dior out, and he was standing on their front porch, Jill, with that oar. He gave me the most evil look, the most evil smile that anybody ever. Then watching his brother come over to grab that oar from him, and watching Ori come over and try to distract my son. My son. So his brother could hit him on the back of the head. That was that voice but 3 times. And you say let it go. You say let it go. You said let it go. I repeat that in my head every day. I have nightmares about that show. Do you even care? Watching them going after my son like that. And you want me to let it go. It's in the past. No, it's not in the past. It is present. Present. I don't sleep good at night. You know that? I don't sleep good at night. I have to smoke multiple bowls of weed just to try to go to sleep. And then I wake up all night. Why? Because I have nightmares, Jill. Nightmares of that day.